Hello there.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. Can you each introduce yourselves?
I'm Manfred Polk. I'm a you can call me a I'm a you can call me a bioengineer. My degree's in physics and biochemistry, and I left major engineering company with another young black gentleman, and we formed our own engineering consulting company in Chicago back in 2003, and we've been growing and going well.
Okay, and who's here with you?
This is my wife, my companion, my counsel, my
Can you?
couple other things.
Fantastic. Can you introduce yourself?
So my name is Cheryl Polk, and I run and operate a family home care, servicing children from 6 weeks all the way up to going into kindergarten. And I have a staff of 4, and we provide, coaching, development, academic, social, physical, emotional stimulation for our children.
Okay, so fantastic. Can you guys tell me what it is like being married, business partners, and entrepreneurs?
You want to speak to that first, honey?
Sure. Well, it makes you much better at scheduling because my clients are all over the country and even all over the world at some point. Her daily grind between the childhood development and in what's encompassed in that is development of parental skills as well. Because many parents that come don't have a clue as far as how a child development should occur. And this is where a lot of child care facilities lack because they take the children in, take the children through their paces, and they don't look at the family structure because once they leave the building, the learning has to continue. So you have to have a partnership with parent, teacher, and child. It can't be you learning, you're doing this right here from 9 to 5, and when you go home, anything goes.
Fantastic.
It doesn't take.
Wow, I'm very impressed.
Well, not
Because
just
you've
listen.
learned, right? You've learned. That's great. I like that, honey. Thank you.
And Cheryl, what is your response to that question? What is it like to be married, entrepreneurs? What is that like for you?
Well, it can be very scary. It can be very uncertain. I think that having a relationship with the Lord absolutely is what allows us to function in a manner that keeps us moving forward and feeling confident in what we're doing is what we should be doing.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so how long have you guys been married?
I'm not helping you.
22 years.
Fantastic.
I said that with a level of confidence.
Yes, you did.
Okay, fantastic. What has been the greatest benefit of you guys being entrepreneurs?
I say freedom.
Yes, definitely. Because no matter how good you are at what you do, when you're working for corporate America or some other entity, your worth is defined only by the small window of things they define for you to do. The growth is limited. When you work for yourself, the world is your oyster. You can make as much or as little as you want, and you can do it the right way. Corporate America wants to step on a little man. We both feel when you uplift people in our circle and people we come in contact with, it's a benefit for everybody.
Wow.
I don't want to just be on the top. I want to bring people with me.
That's a fantastic mindset and ideology to have as an entrepreneur. And that leads me to my next question. What is a piece of advice can you give an individual or individuals that are looking to branch out and start their own business? Sure,
I
I'm
would
gonna go with
say,
you.
I would say, research what you want to do. Research it some more. Align yourself with people who are doing it, have done it, and the people who are doing it at a higher level. Pay attention. Um, I would also say that you need to have perseverance, because you're going to get knocked down. There's going to be a lot of discouraging times. There's going to be a lot of scary, scary times. And you need to have something bigger than yourself that tells you it's going to be all right. I can do this.
Okay, so now I'm going to get to this last question.
Press the side button.
So the last question I have for you, and I want each individual one of you guys to answer this. What has been the greatest challenge for you guys after you've already been established as entrepreneurs? What has been the hardest challenge for you guys? Like being, years into the business, you have experience, things are working, but what has been the challenge? One of the greatest challenge for you guys?
I think for me in my business, sometimes stability, because in the childcare arena, people's lives take different turns. They have different lifestyle changes that are either within or not within their control, which then directly impacts your business, because their children will either be taken out of your program. So things like that, trying to make sure that I keep my numbers, make sure I keep my hand on the pulse of all the new and upcoming information that's out there, so I can keep myself, my staff, educated on things, so that we're providing the best product that we can.
I love that answer. And Fred, what about you?
With me, it's interesting because being a minority in my business field, in which I solely work with pharmaceutical manufacturers, from all your Fortune 500, 100, your Mercks, your Pfizers, your Bayers. And one thing I've learned is that the deck is definitely not stacked in our favor. Not only do I have to do it better and more consistently, I have to constantly CYA, which is cover your ass, because many corporate plans have this little clause of denial in their plan, in which they want to deny, as I bring information to better their business practices, they may not want to pursue that, even though it may be the right course. Remember, we live in a world today that everything is predicated on what the bean counter says, called what's it's all about cost. When you look at the intense, good example, illegal toxic waste dumping. Do you know why it's so prevalent? Because it's so profitable. The laws were designed so that if you're caught dumping illegal toxic waste, you get a $10,000 fine. Now, you may have dumped $5 or $10 million worth of stuff, but you pay $10,000. The second time, it's $10,000. The third time, it's $10,000. There's no escalation in the responsibility as a company you have to uphold. So, if you're a profit first type company, that's going to be your plan. We're going to do it this way. Same thing with the pharmaceutical industry. We know we're deficient in our quality in this aspect of the product manufacturing, but we're going to continue. We're going to ignore that because it'll cost us X amount of dollars to fix it. We'll continue to generate money making this product that may be how we call it,
Substandard?
a little bit substandard. These are the things that we sell to Canada, to Europe. And when you can get Viagra for 87 cents a pill, it's because it's not backed by the FDA. They're manufactured, but you don't have that backing. And it's all about circumventing what's right with what's profitable. So me as a consultant, particularly a black consultant, my cornerstone idea is I can't care more about your process than you. I could bring your deficiencies to you, and I have to leave it on the table. I've struggled with this in a lot of places I've gone, and I've even been reprimanded for pushing the emphasis on, hey, this is not a stable process. That's not the important thing. It's all a legal process. You know, FDA get around to giving you a sanction 2 years from now, then you got a year to fix it. When it doesn't work out right, you can shift the blame somewhere else and get another year. Meanwhile, you've made billions of dollars on a product that may kill 10% of the people. And that's reality. But it's like in the industry, it's cheaper to pay the lawsuits than it is to fix the problem. The auto industry is popular for that.
Wow. So again, you guys have given us a lot of valuable information today to share with other like-minded individuals that are looking to further themselves as entrepreneurs, and also people that has perseverance in their goals and what they want to do. In this short time that you guys have met Janae and myself, have we been able to give you any value since you've met us?
Yeah. Yes, I feel that you have. I think you've inspired us in the things that you're currently doing, and also I think you've educated us on different points, and we are looking forward to maintaining this relationship for the future with those things in mind. Meaning that we want to share with you, and we're hoping and know that you will share with us for the betterment of what all of us are doing.
Absolutely.
And in the end, the fact that if God is in the basis of your business drive, you already know, one, there's going to be integrity involved in it. Because God sees all. We can hide this from the government, we can hide this from the IRS, but God sees everything. So if you could bring that integrity in your business plan, you're going to be somebody I want to align with. Humility is the most important thing. We're much older than you guys. We so-called have more wisdom, but we don't close our minds to think that there's not something we can't learn from someone young. I learn things from my grandkids sometimes. And it's amazing because kids are innocent. They do things naturally, and when you look at it and examine it, you're like, wow, okay. You never stop learning.
I want to thank you both. I appreciate it. I want to thank you both. We look forward to the next time that we come back out here to discuss and get together, because I want to see more of the properties and the things that you got going on. We did a tour of the daycare, which Cheryl looks fantastic. I'm excited to know that the Las Vegas education industry and is being drilled with your positive energy to educate the people out here. So bless you guys. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk to you there later.
Thank you for having us.